Hey man, listen, today, this is a special Famous and Wealthy podcast edition where I'm pulling up on an entrepreneur that's making 8 figures, man. Yeah, you got the Lamborghini right there. You got the Cullinan right here. Hey man, it ain't too many entrepreneurs like this man. I had to leave Miami and come to Atlanta just for this special edition podcast, man. When I tell y'all, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. What's going on, bro?
KEVO, what up,
Yes,
bro?
sir. How you
Hold
doing?
on, hit you right back.
Yes, sir. Hey
What's
man,
up,
this
bro?
house crazy, bro.
Man, thanks, bro.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
bro.
I was just telling my fans, I'm like,
What's
man, this
up?
man is going nuts with it.
Yeah, man.
So look, man, how do we
Great to
obtain
see you,
something
bro.
like this, bro? I came all the way from Miami. I said, man, this is a special edition
Right.
podcast. I said, we finna go crazy.
Yeah, man. It's you know what? It's easy when you learn how to just leverage money, bro. I
Yeah.
just learned. So I've been a financial advisor for 18 years, bro.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I did was I learned from a lot of billionaires and multimillionaires on how they actually use debt and life insurance to leverage it to make their money work multiple times off the
Wow.
same dollar. So you wouldn't even believe I bought this house without using any of my own money.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So like, if I don't know anything about life insurance, what can you tell the average guy that's watching right now? Like life insurance, they thinking like you got to be like older or you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's scary when you think about life insurance. So
Yeah, the thing about it is the problem why it's so scary is that when you think about life insurance, people automatically think about death insurance.
Yes.
But it ain't called death insurance.
Yeah.
It's called life insurance.
Exactly.
So you're supposed to use it for your life. So what I do is I show people how to multiply their money 4 to 5 times off the same dollar, utilizing life insurance where it grows tax deferred and tax free, and you never have to. It's basically invisible to the IRS in a legal way.
Right,
And
right.
and if you borrow from it, which is what I teach people to do, we want you to pay it back. But even if you don't pay it back, you don't have to because then it's just simply subtracted from your death benefit plus interest when you die.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I
I
mean,
see you
so
got-
many hacks, bro.
Yeah, I seen you got the lamb out there, the color.
Oh yeah, let me show you real quick, bro. You know.
I sure was like, man, like, so in Atlanta, you know, I always think about it like it's being like, you know, dark and this and that. But
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
came, I'm like, damn, this remind me kind of Miami. Like, you got it set up.
Yeah, it ain't too many modern spots like this in Atlanta, bro.
Yeah.
But I love it, and you know, I got the lamb right here. You know what I mean?
Do you believe that the Lamborghini is it a asset or a liability?
Oh, it's an asset.
Okay.
Big time. I'm gonna tell you why. Oh shit. I don't know. We got somebody pulling up right here. But yeah, the thing about it, bro, it's an asset because when I bought, I'm gonna tell you, I got a coaching program, right?
Yeah.
And I tried to sell my coaching program for $5,000.
Okay.
About 10 people bought it. You know what I'm saying? It was just getting off the ground.
Right.
I got the Lambo, bro, and I had literally 27 messages that day in my inbox saying, I want to join your coaching program.
Exactly.
I want to join your coaching program. 27 people joined my coaching program, and I raised my price to 10K
Exactly.
at that time.
Exactly.
So I made back the money in 1 week that I paid for the Lambo.
Right.
I think
right,
I paid
right.
around 260 for the Lambo. I made 270 in a week.
Wow.
So it's paid for.
Right.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
that's an asset.
Yeah,
It's an
it's an
asset.
asset.
Then.
Yeah,
And it's
so
a
that's
good
my,
looking
this is
asset
a
too.
green goblin, man.
Man.
Right here.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I see you smart. You good marketing. You got
Oh
your name on it.
yeah. I learned that from y'all, man.
Yeah, smart.
I had to
marketing.
get the you know, the Instagram Marvin Mitchell official on there.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, after that, bro, it made me so much money by having this Lambo.
Yeah.
I went out and I bought me a Cullinan.
Oh, you got a color too.
Yeah, I'll show you that. It's over here, bro.
Okay. Man, it's a lovely house though. So you didn't
Thank
have to
you,
put
man.
no money down on this house or anything. Just pull it from the life
So
insurance.
so I got what's called a no-doc loan.
A no doc loan.
It's called a no-doc loan, which
Okay.
means they didn't even look at my documents or anything, right?
Right.
I didn't have to show much finances because I had good car credit. Not car credit. I had a good credit from previous houses, so it was 100 grand down. This is a multi-million-dollar house. It was 100 grand down,
I see.
so it was less than 5%.
right.
But I borrowed the 100K from my life insurance, and that money's still in my life insurance, continuing to grow. And I'll explain that to y'all in a little bit.
Right.
So this is the Cullinan right here, man.
Wow. Now this is nice, brother. Real
You
nice.
know what I mean? So
Wow.
I actually don't even drive the Lambo no more.
No, this is it right here.
I'm just
This
driving
that
the
boy.
Cullinan, man.
Yeah. Real nice car, my boy.
Oh yeah. So this right here, bro. Let's see.
Wow.
This is the one, bro.
It's definitely it. Man, I love to see
what-
motivation though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah,
like
bro.
when I see you on Instagram, I'm like, wow, man, he really like helping people. That's my main goal, bro. I
Yeah.
like to just give information, and like people hit me up like months later, like, bro, I really learned a lot from that. I really learned a lot from this. You know
And
what I mean?
I saw some of your content, man. You
Yeah.
always dropping dimes,
Yeah.
but the reason why it's so important for me, like, so confession, bro, I'm not really a car person.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I'm a minimalist, for real. I'll be okay with 1,000 square foot home, honestly.
Right.
But I make money off of this home, number
Yeah.
one. But then number two, I know that just by showing it like I did with my Lambo, it inspires people.
Exactly.
So I do that, bro, because let me tell you, I've got people, bro, who hit me up and say, man, I've never been in a Lambo. Can I just drive your Lambo? Can I just not drive it?
Yeah.
Can I just sit in it? And then I would let them sit in the Lambo and just talk to them, bro, put them on game.
Right.
And it's important to me, bro, because I was homeless growing up. I was living in shelters.
Yeah.
My dad been in jail my whole life. My mom had me when she was 15.
Yeah.
Nobody in my family graduated from college. I'm the first person in my family who even went past high school.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me to be that example in my family, man,
Yeah.
I'm a generational curse breaker.
Exactly.
But not only that, I've raised up others to be the first millionaire and the first generational curse breaker in their family. So to me, it's bigger than me, man. I'm always looking at how can I help people get to that next level.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So as far as myself, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how we met. I feel like, you know, for anybody that's watching, it's very important to definitely have a financial advisor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just feel like, just knowing what you think about connections and mentorship.
Oh, bro, it's everything. Like, how I met you,
Yeah.
the guy I met you through
Yeah.
is Dion.
Yeah.
We both invested into like a $55,000 mentorship, bro.
Wow.
I poured 200 grand into one day to spend with a mentor.
Right.
And that made me millions because of some of the game that I got in that one day, just driving on a private jet with him, just learning all type of stuff. So to me, I'm a big believer that anything that I drop on the ground and I sow into good seed is gonna multiply by 10.
Exactly.
So if I drop down 10,000, I know I'm about to make $100,000 at least. So if I know it's gonna 10x, it would make more sense for me to invest 10,000 or 100,000.
Exactly.
So I tried it. So when I put down that $200,000 in a day, people thought I was crazy. But about 4 months later, bro, I made $7 million in a day.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's crazy, bro. So mentorship is everything. And sometimes it's not even about the mentorship. It's getting past a mental break that you got that you afraid to invest in yourself.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people holding on to their seed,
Yes.
thinking that they seed is a harvest. But in order to get the harvest, they got to first drop the seed. And people so scared to drop the dang seed.
Yeah. I feel like people chip away
Yeah.
like at the money that they got, and then years later be like, damn, I wish I had the opportunity.
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is a lot of people have the opportunity around them, they just walk past it every day.
Problem is people miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
During the lifetime of the opportunity.
Exactly.
Too many people are poor, man. We talk about this. They poor, they P-O-O-R. They pass over opportunities repeatedly. And what I
Yes.
tell people, if you want to be successful in life, you got to stop procrastinating. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination. You got to learn to act now. That
Yep.
means no opportunity wasted. So you got to jump, bro. When you see an opportunity, what I tell people is you cannot be afraid to fail. In fact, failing is part of the freaking win.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You a
I failed
multi-millionaire,
yes.
bro. How many times have you failed?
Plenty times.
And that's
Plenty
why you're
times to get to
successful.
this level. Yeah.
And you ain't afraid to take risks,
Yep.
bro. You got Kim Kardashian tatted,
Yes.
Donald Trump tatted
Yeah.
on your leg, bro.
Yep.
You a man that just went out here and did lipo, bro.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
exactly.
You
And I
did some
got
stuff.
a new lipo coming
Yeah,
for
yeah.
anybody that's watching. But they paying altogether. I'm gonna get $7 million for anybody that's watching. Y'all the
bro,
first to know it.
I don't know if I can't tell them to hack, bro, but you
Yeah.
told me some stuff. You got me thinking on a higher level. Because at first I ain't gonna tell them the secret. You might
Yeah.
want to tell them, but
Yeah.
when I saw you get Donald Trump tatted and Kim tatted on your leg, bro, I
Yeah.
was like, bro, what the hell is wrong with KEVO, bro?
Yeah.
What he doing?
So-
but then you broke it down to me and you was like, man, this gonna make me millions. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, I never even thought of it that way.
So how I look at it is when I go inside of a tattoo place, they give you a booklet.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of the people that you run across, they have the same roles, they have
Yep.
the same cartoon character, they got the same. So I'm looking at it like potentially, for instance, I'm gonna just break it down. Okay, I got Donald Trump tatted on me, and now I'm going to a Trump rally. You know what I mean? I'm going to a Trump rally. Me, Sexy Red, Kodak Black got invited. You know what I mean? And that's all because of the tattoo.
Right.
It would have never happened for anything else.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now if you go in a tattoo spot and you get some just regular thing that you just like in a coloring book
Yeah.
or whatever, and you tat it on you, it don't. But this can get you somewhere. is
But
what I'm
hold on,
saying.
we going somewhere with this, but bro, wasn't you afraid though that when you did something like that you was gonna get ridiculed, that you was gonna get talked about on IG, that
I
you
kn-
was gonna
I knew I was gonna get talked about, but then I just started making so much money and got so famous that I
Right.
understand that everybody that's successful with a lot of money gonna get ridiculed and talked about. So it's to the point where, like, fans work like this. The internet comments have become the new way for the regular people to feel like that. Like if 200 people like this or 2,000 people like this, that's their fame. So you gotta let them have it. You know what I mean? But as long as it's making me money, us money, everybody around me successful, that's all that matters.
But see, that's a lesson for all of us. And the reason why I say it's a lesson for all of us, because this man right here, he's not afraid to think outside the box and be innovative and do something that nobody else has done before. That's exactly what I did. I didn't go out and get Donald Trump tatted on my leg or nothing. But what I did was I went out and I did some stuff that nobody else was doing in my industry. That people was talking about me for. They was ridiculing me about. They was like, man, you up here teaching people about life insurance, you supposed to be buying term and investing the difference. You up here showing people that can't nobody do that. They talked about me first. Then they was curious about me next. And then they wanted to see what I was doing and was watching me next. And then all of a sudden they was talking to other people who was doing the same thing. And then all of a sudden they started doing it. Then all of a sudden they started asking me for help on how to do it. Then all of a sudden they started trying to teach what I was teaching.
And I want to let everybody know, is anything's possible, man. I got 20,000 people on OnlyFans. And no, I do not show any private parts or anything like that. It's all education. You know what I mean? And I got 4,000 people paying me $25 to $75 a month. So $50 a month at 20,000 people, right? Then I got $25 to $75. 4,000 people. You know what I mean? So anything's possible for anybody.
Absolutely.
And you got to realize, like, all the hate comments don't mean nothing if everybody see me go viral and go to these sites, because they get what? Curious.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm not doing nothing super crazy, but to some people, it's like, oh, that's wow, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Just like the lipo thing. When my doctor told me that millions of guys get lipo, but they don't say nothing, I'm just like, you know what? I'll be the first to come out with it. You know what I mean? Like, and I get another lipo and another one.
That's crazy.
But guess what?
Bro.
Y'all want to pay me to stream it? Pay me to stream it.
You want to know what's crazy, bro? Is that watching you is so wild. Because I learned a lot just watching you, because you got Drake, who everybody loves Drake. You know, Drake is Drake. But you got him kind of was running away from the whole, the BBL Drizzy and all that. But I watch your page and I'm seeing, bro, not only is he telling people he got a lipo, this man got BBL Drizzy playing in the background. Like he embracing the hate.
Yes, bro.
Embrace the hate, y'all. This is the thing, y'all. I got to teach y'all this lesson, right? So many of y'all are afraid to make a mistake because you're afraid to mess up and you're afraid to get embarrassed. Like, all you got to do is be your authentic self. The people who are your sheep, they're going to follow you regardless. The people who hate on you, let that hate be that fuel to you and actually embrace that hate. Sometimes the hate is actually helping you to get engagement and helping to boost you to go to where you need to go. So when people hated on me, I was like, I just stepped back, man. At first it used to bother me. But then I sat back and said, well, the fact that they hating on me means that they see something in me that I don't even see in myself yet. So I need to think about that and figure out what I really need to be doing.
They hate on the people that's billionaires, trillionaires. They hate on everybody that's successful. Which I started learning that, because at first I was like, wow, what am I doing wrong? Then I started looking at everybody else who's successful in the world. And I'm just like, oh, they hate on everybody. So that just made me go harder and harder. And like I said, you can either use it as like feeling down or feeling up. You can either, like, I use it as motivation.
Absolutely.
Just like I see your lifestyle, I get motivated from it. Some people get mad about it. You know what I mean? But I love to see people winning.
But bro, we just talking about just some basic gems right now. So many people hate on people who are doing better than them in business, when actually they should be following the people who are doing well. So people automatically think, oh, they got this money, they must be doing something wrong. They must be doing something immoral. They must not be doing good business. But then if they ever create a vision board, the very same thing that you got is what they want. So how they gonna be striving for something that they hated on?
Basically,
so you gotta go for it. You gotta say, you know what, man, you doing something that I'm not doing, bro. You a marketing king, bro. Let me get with you and let me find out how you market. I respect how you learned, how you bold, and I'm gonna learn from you. I ain't hating on you.
Exactly. I always tell people like this. Bro got some information that I need. I got some information that he needs. We can put it together and make more money. You know what I mean? If we have to create more haters, that's what we're gonna do. You should be doing the exact same thing. You should be learning from people. If they got a mentorship, he got a mentorship. I need to know the prices. I don't, if I can't afford his in-person mentorship, how much you charge to get on a phone call with you? How much you charge to get on a Zoom call with you? How much is your course? How much is your ebook? We all have something that you guys can afford to buy. So don't be scared to reach out. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you're going to see the nice cars. You see the house. He just said he lived in shelters. He said he was homeless before.
Yeah.
It's possible for you to do it as well. Just like y'all know my story. I came from nothing.
Wow.
And look at me now. I'm making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not hating. You know what I mean? I love to see other people win, man. That's the main goal.
You know what people hate on me the most about, bro? They say, you a financial advisor. You licensed. You've been in the industry for 18 years, bro.
Yeah.
They say, ain't you afraid that if your clients saw you driving like nice cars and stuff, they're not going to think you spending their money and hate them? I want you to think about, your mindset is different.
Yeah.
But you got to understand that that is the simple person's mindset. They automatically thinking, oh, he driving a nice car. What is he doing with my money? Whereas the people who are progressive and thinking, they're going to say, do I really want to deal with a broke financial advisor?
Exactly.
Do I want to deal with somebody who's not practicing what they preach?
Yeah,
I can show receipts.
Yeah, I want to deal with a financial advisor that's living like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's me though. You know, now those type of people, I feel like they wouldn't even give money to themselves. The person that's hating, you ever looked at their pages?
Yeah.
Like I click on a page and it's either a fake ass page or a page that's just, they just look miserable.
Right.
Half of the time, if they say something negative and you go to report their pages for what they're saying, they lose their page because they do it all day.
Yeah.
They just hate all day. That's why it'd be easier for them to lose their pages after you report that page, because it's kind of like, you do it all day. You don't have anything to do. So at the end of the day, I don't too much worry about that. I just be like, man, we gonna win regardless. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep making connections. How much you charge for mentorship usually?
I'm gonna tell you, but look, let me do this. It's a little hot out here right quick. Let me invite you in real quick, show you around, and I'm gonna tell y'all some of the secrets of how you truly build wealth in just a second.
Why do people struggle when it comes to their mindset of making money?
Man, that's a great question, KEVO, bro. What people don't understand is there's actually 3 different types of people when it comes to money.
Yeah.
You know, and people only know about 2, but the third one is what really makes people wealthy. So the 3 is, you got a debtor, you got a saver, and then you got a wealth creator. Now what the debtor does is that they just spend their time going into debt, buying depreciating assets, and then they try to get out of debt. Then they go into debt again, and then they try to get out of debt. And they spend their life thinking about, you ever heard people say, I'm getting out the rat race?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're trying to get out the rat race. Their goal is just to get to 0. They say, if I could just get to 0, I'll be financially free. But guess what? If you at 0, you still broke.
Exactly.
You just at 0. There are homeless people on the street that actually don't have debt. That doesn't mean they're in a better situation for you. You got to build assets, right?
Right.
Then the second type of person you got is the saver. Now the saver, they're on the other end of the 0 line. They're gonna save, but then they're gonna mess around and not want any debt, so they're gonna pay cash.
Right.
Then they're gonna save, then they're gonna pay cash. But what they don't understand is that every time they save and then pay cash, they messing up the forward momentum of their income.
Right.
They messing up the forward momentum. So if you messing up the forward momentum of your money, now you messed up. You still closer to 0.
Yeah.
And you ain't understand you still closer to 0. So we don't want you to spend that cash, because you're not just losing the interest, you losing the opportunity cost on what it takes to actually grow money from the money you already spent.
Right.
But what if we was able to keep that money and still make money even when we spent it?
Exactly.
That's what the wealth creator does. The wealth creator never stops the forward momentum of their money. And this is what I want to train people to do. They save, but then they're going to borrow against their own money and use other people's money and leverage that. And then while they're leveraging that money, their money continues to grow as if they never touched it. So for example, if I got $100,000 and I leverage it, and I borrow $30,000, that $100,000 is still growing even though I borrowed it, because I didn't spend it, I just borrowed it. And now all I got to do is pay it back, and I've made all of that money and I didn't lose it.
Wow.
So, I mean, we talking about millions of dollars difference, bro.
Yeah.
Without doing anything different. You spending the same thing, you saving the same thing, you just ending up with millions of tax-free dollars more simply because you changed the structure and the thought process of how you talked about money.
Right. That's smart. Hey, free game. So how do people leverage their money as far as like, you know, explain a little bit about the leverage thing.
Yeah, bro, leverage is a powerful thing. What that means is you're not spending your own money, but you're using your own money as collateral. That money continues to grow. So is it okay if I tell you how I make money 4 times off the same dollar?
Yeah.
So this play is crazy, bro. So I don't know if people ready for this. I don't know what y'all think. Should I tell y'all?
Man, so you got to tell them.
All right, I'll tell y'all. So this is one of my hacks. So what I do is I fund money into a properly structured cash value life insurance policy. And then that cash value life insurance, remember, it's going to be growing tax-free as if I never touched it, right? But then what I go out and do is I get some business credit. So let's say I get $100,000 of business credit, right? I'm going to turn that business credit into cash and get money from that business credit and go out and buy an asset like real estate. Now I'm going to take the money from the life insurance and immediately pay off the business funding, right?
Yeah.
So now I got my life insurance policy growing as if I never touched it.
Right.
I got all my points that's paid off from the business funding, the business credit, and then I got the real estate that's producing assets, income for me. And then if I really want to get spicy, I let that real estate build up some equity, and then I do a home equity line of credit and take money from there and use that as a down payment for the next property. So now I'm making money off the life insurance policy. I got all my points from the business funding. I got 2 real estate properties that's making me income. Then I use the income from the 2 real estate properties and I pay off the life insurance. So now I'm just recycling that same process over and over and over again. And I've literally built hundreds and hundreds of thousands that particular way, man. I've used my real estate to buy this house that we in right now, to borrow to do the down payment. I used it to get my Lambo. I borrowed $20,000 to get my Lambo. My Lambo was paid for within a week from what I used it for. You know what I'm saying? I've used it to trade stock options. So you remember GameStop? Yeah. When GameStop was out, bro, everybody was banking on that mug to just keep going up. But I knew the big guys weren't gonna keep letting it go up. So I actually bought a put option, bought $100,000, bet that it would go down. That day it went down by what I bet that it would go down. I won $300,000. I made $300,000 in a day off that option play. And then I paid it back into the life insurance policy. Because if I didn't win, so to speak, I really didn't completely lose, because remember, if I don't pay it back, it's simply subtracted from the death benefit when I die. So I wasn't in no rush to pay it back because no creditors was coming after me.
Wow.
The thing about life insurance, man, is that my credit score don't matter.
Right.
As long as I got the money in there, it doesn't matter. When I borrow from it, I don't have to pay it back because it's unstructured loan payments. If I don't pay it back, it's subtracted from the death benefit. If I do pay it back, I increase my ability to borrow more tax-free in the future, and I can keep recycling that. I don't have to wait until I'm 59 and a half, like most people do with like a 401k or IRA. Yeah. I literally can dump money into that and use it like within 30 days.
Wow. So if anybody's watching, how do they go about getting a life insurance? By signing up for your mentorship program, or you recommend any companies? Or
yeah, bro, I actually do it's 2 ways, right? So if you're just looking for somebody to just tell you where to get the life insurance, how to make sure it's properly structured, you can go to my website to book a complimentary appointment. It don't cost you nothing. It's just on wealthcreationcall.com. That's wealthcreationcall.com. I'm sure you'll put it in the description.
Yes, sir.
But the second way is I want to actually take you 5 days on how you can have passive income that will exceed your living expenses so that you can have true financial freedom. So if you want to go to the next level and learn how to actually be financially free, where you could travel, do whatever you want to do, work one time and keep getting paid, my recommendation is that you join my 5-day challenge. It's called Transform Your Wealth Challenge. All you have to do is go to transformyourwealthchallenge.com and you can get you a ticket. And in those 5 virtual days, so you can be anywhere, it don't matter where you are, don't matter how old you are, transformyourwealthchallenge.com. I'm going to break it down to you to where you're not going to leave the same. Your mind's going to be completely transformed, just like thousands of students that I've took throughout this process, right? And KEVO, there's actually 3 different types of tickets that they can get. Yeah. They can get a platinum. Well, you can get a platinum ticket. I highly recommend a platinum, because immediately once you get the platinum, what's going to happen is you're going to be directly in a room with me where I can answer your questions almost immediately, right? And I do answer back people's questions. And you're going to be able to get into the platinum room, which means you're going to be able to ask me Q&A throughout all 5 days of the challenge. That's $397. It's normally $997. You can also go for a VIP, which is $197, which is normally $497. You get to be in the room, but you don't get to ask any questions. It talks about it on the website. Or you could just get a general, which means you can only see it in the Facebook group, but you really don't see everything. But either way, get in the room.
Get in the room. All right, bro. So as far as the life insurance, I heard about, life insurance, but nobody really broke it down to me like that. You know what I mean? So like.
Yeah. Well, I got something for you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to break down life insurance, and you're going to understand it better than 99% of financial advisors.
Okay.
Or at least more than they're willing to tell you.
Right.
So here's the thing about life insurance, right? There's a minimum amount that you can put into a life insurance policy, and then there's a maximum amount that you can put into a policy.
Yeah.
Who do you think determines a minimum amount? The minimum amount is actually the insurance company, because the insurance company actually determines what do I need you to put in to make a profit, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. There's also a maximum amount that people don't talk about that you can put into a life insurance policy. The people who actually dictate the maximum amount is the government. It's the IRS. So my question to you is, why would the government be concerned about how much money people put into a life insurance policy? It's only one reason: taxes, right? Taxes is everything, bro. Politics, taxes, you gotta keep from paying taxes, right? So here's what they did. Rich people was pouring millions and millions of dollars into life insurance policies in the past, right?
Right.
Because they were sheltering it from their taxes. They would never get taxed on it again. So what they did was they didn't want to get rid of the benefit because the government is taking advantage of it. So what they did was they put stipulations for regular people. What they did in the 1980s is they formed what's called qualified plans. Now, qualified plans is the 401ks, IRAs, thrift savings plans, anything that's through your job. It's called an employer-sponsored plan. In 1980, they created these plans because now what's crazy is that the government can tax that whenever they want to tax it, however much they want to tax it. And you are the government slave, because as long as you have all your money into that 401k, they can raise taxes and take all your money whenever they want to, right? Mm-hmm. But they did that because they wanted to be able to control future taxations. So if you put the minimum amount in, that's called term life insurance, right? The only benefit is death benefit. But if you put the maximum amount, let's just say I can put $500 for the minimum or $10,000 for the maximum. If I put $500 in, that's term. If I put $10,000 in, now we're talking about a permanent life insurance that's properly structured to overfund that policy. Now the great thing about that, KEVO, is that $10,000 all gets funded, most of it to your cash value life insurance. And you get all those benefits I mentioned earlier: tax-free growth. You can borrow from it tax-free. You can multiply that money. You can access it whenever you want to. You can use it to start your business. You can use it for real estate. You can use it to buy a Lamborghini or a house if you wanted to. You can use it for whatever you want to, and that money is going to continue to keep growing tax-free as if you never touched it. And if you don't pay it back, they're going to subtract it from the death benefit. So when you actually create this life insurance policy, you want to fund it for the lowest amount of death benefit possible and the highest amount of cash value. Now, most life insurance policies are actually structured for the highest amount of death benefit. But when you structure it for the lowest amount of death benefit, the powerful thing in that is that you pay the financial advisor or the insurance agent 70% less, because they get paid on the death benefit. So if you put less in the death benefit, they don't want to tell you that, because you're cutting their commissions by 70%. And It's hard to get a man to understand something that their wallet depends on them not understanding. Right? So when you overfund that thing, now you pay less fees and you can use that cash a lot earlier. Within 30 days, I can borrow from that policy, buy me something, keep my money working for me over and over, leverage it. Even if I wanted to get out of debt, I can use that money, pay down my debt. And while I'm paying down my debt, I'm actually building wealth at the same time. See, most people, they sacrifice saving because they want to get out of debt. But what we want to do is we want to show people that you don't have to sacrifice. You can actually get out of debt, and at the same time, you can grow a fortune at the same time.
Wow. I never knew none of this, man.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That was some free game right there.
So there's actually two different types of permanent life insurance policies that we recommend for people. You either got whole life or you got index universal life. Now, they both have pros and cons, because with whole life, the thing about that is it's going to give you less return. Let's say 5% or 6% return. Mm-hmm. But you can borrow from it quicker. It's tax-free. You can borrow from it within about 30 days. Index universal life is going to give you, so whole life is like fixed, so you're going to get a straight 5%. Index universal life, the way it works is, let's say the maximum gain that I can get is 12%. Mm-hmm. If the market goes up by 5, I can make 5. If it goes up by 10, I can make 10. If it goes up by 12, I can make 12. But if it goes up by 15 or 20, the most I can make is 12. Now, on the downside, if the market drops 10, 20, 30%, it doesn't matter. You stay the same. You don't lose. So you get some of the upside, but none of the downside. So you got bigger return possibilities. The downside is you don't want to borrow from it for the first 13 months. Right. So you want to wait a little longer to borrow against it. So if you can afford to borrow against it longer, you can wait. The index universal life might be the deal. But if you need it right away to buy like some real estate or pay off some quick debt, then you might want to go with the whole life. So this game is just crazy. Wow. People don't know this game, bro. And this is the exact game that I learned from millionaires and billionaires on exactly what they do. And KEVO, the thing is, you don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire to take advantage of this. A regular, ordinary person can be the bank the same way that the banks react.
Yeah.
We could do the exact same thing if we knew the game. And that's what I'm talking about in my 5-day challenge, bro. Because in my 5-day challenge, so what I want to show people to do is how they can generate passive income, which means instead of them working just to get paid one time, just to get that one paycheck, we want to show people to work just one good time and then get paid. Exactly. So we want people to create money babies, which means we want them to produce money that's going to keep having little money babies over and over and over and over again. So, man, I tell people this all the time, bro. You don't have to wait until you're 60 to retire. In fact, we want you to get to your dreams quicker, because the quicker you get to your dreams, the longer you get to live them.
Right. So tell me a little bit about passive income.
Yeah, bro. So that's my whole deal, bro. I teach this in my mentorship. What I believe in is a lot of people are focusing on the wrong thing. They just focus on how to get more money, how to get more money. The money is cool, but the money makes you rich, but the money doesn't make you wealthy. Because in order to be wealthy, that money has to keep reproducing even when you're not working. Right. So what I teach people to do is use your active income to create the passive income. And this is the goal that I want all of you to have. This is the goal. We want your passive income to exceed your living expenses, and that equals financial freedom. So if you're spending $10,000 a month and you're making an income of $20,000, that's great. You're taking care of your bills now, but you're not financially successful, because if you lose that job, you're done. If you have a bad deal, you're done. What I want you to do is I want you to say, well, I'm spending $10,000. What I want to do is I want to go out and buy this asset, buy this real estate, maybe get this Airbnb, maybe get a laundromat, maybe get this ATM machine. And I want my passive income that's coming in automatically to exceed that $10,000 now, even if I'm stressed and I need to take some time off, even if I need a vacation, even if I take 30 days, 60 days off, I'm still good, bro. If you can't take 30 days off from your work and it's still operating as if you wasn't there, as if you weren't there, you don't have a business, bro. You just have a job that's dependent upon you. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you still got a job.
Right. No cap. Damn, that's some game, right? So listen, bro, you talk about buying assets, right?
Right.
And man, we just walked around a wonderful crib, bro. You know, this gotta be a multi-million-dollar crib, right? So, I mean, you talk about buying assets, but like, I know you spending a bag on the mortgage, and like, how do you maintain this, bro?
You want to know what's crazy, bro? So we in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
What if I told you I don't even live in Atlanta?
You don't live in Atlanta?
I don't live in Atlanta. I live in St. Louis. But see, this is my house in Atlanta. So I bought this house to be an asset. So what I use this for, I mean, I stay here probably about 10 to 12 days out of the month. But the rest of the time, bro, I rent it out. In fact, I'm renting this mug out right now. You look, it's all kind of cards right here.
Yeah,
I'm renting this out right now. It's a pool party at my crib right now, and I'm getting paid. And what's so crazy about that, bro, is this mug rent out for like $2,500 to $3,500 depending on the day, per day.
Wow.
So I can make about $20,000 to $25,000 a month. My mortgage is about between $9,000 and $10,000, right?
Yeah.
So I make about $15,000 net profit from this house every single month, and I get to live in it and do whatever I want to do with it, right? So it's possible, bro, to turn a luxury into an asset. And I did the exact same thing with my Lambo, bro. So when people see me, they don't even realize, bro, they think I'm being frivolous, spending my money. I don't do anything without it being something that's going to potentially make me some money down the road.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So everybody got to think. That's
important, bro. So assets, you always got to think assets over liability. But most people, they think they got to think poor. They got to think like, well, I need to be a minimalist. I got to live like I got to save everything. I got to eat ramen noodles. I got to do all this. But here's the thing, bro. When you start operating out of that mindset, what you're doing is you're operating out of scarcity. And here's the thing about the law of attraction is when you think it's scarcity, it attracts more scarcity, which means if you're thinking poor, more poor stuff comes at you. But when you start to think abundant, it actually attracts abundant. By me thinking about a bigger house, I actually have made millions of dollars. When I first bought this house, bro, I was only making 7 figures.
Yeah.
I bought this house, now I'm making 8 figures. That's why I'm continuously thinking abundant, bro. It always is making me money.
So I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I deal with a whole lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you said, you dropped your down payment on your house. You dropped your down payment on your cars. Are you married?
No, I'm not married, bro. I'm focused.
So what I want to ask you is, a lot of guys that I've run into, they don't got like this type of nice house. They don't got the cars and all that, but they'll be quick to drop the 20s and the hundreds of thousands of dollars on a girl.
On a girl.
So what do you think about that?
Bro, Man, I'm telling you, when you start getting money, it attracts, especially in Atlanta, bro. It attracts all kind of women. A lot of it's hard for a man with money to date, especially in Atlanta, bro.
Yeah.
And I fell into the trap where, like, some women were coming at me from some gold digger standards, but I had to like stand up for myself, bro.
Exactly.
And let me tell you, bro, when you got money, your intuition has to be good. You got to be able to be a detector and detect that type of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Right off the back, bro. So yeah, people will go out and they'll spin a grip. You got women who got appetites for millions, and they'll date somebody with 100,000 and take their whole 100,000 and won't even care.
No cap.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to think, man. You got to think about that. You can't let nobody take advantage of you. But yeah, bro, I think the biggest thing for me, bro, is I'm focused right now.
That's smart.
I'm focused on building my business the right way. And most people, they just think about, how do you market? How do you make money? I'm on a whole nother level thinking about, how can I build my infrastructure in a way that my entire business can operate if they never saw me again?
Right.
I'm thinking on a whole nother level. Everything that I do is aimed toward, can I build leaders, which is going to give me the time that when I do get my woman, that I can actually spend that time with that woman.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Bro,
Hey, man, it's crazy.
It's all love, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, one more question, bro.
Yeah.
Where could we find you for this mentorship and everything, man?
Yeah, bro. On Instagram, I'm Marvin Mitchell Official. But what I really want y'all to do is I want y'all to check out that 5-day challenge, man, because that 5-day challenge, I'm giving y'all so much game. And you could just go to transformyourwealthchallenge.com, and then you can get you a challenge ticket. And I'm breaking everything down in 5 days. I only had about 30, 40 minutes on this interview, but I'm gonna give y'all 5 days of fire where you're gonna be completely transformed. So it's on transformyourwealthchallenge.com. And then you can also just check me out on Instagram, Marvin Mitchell Official.
Do you do any Zooms?
Yeah, it's all Zoom. It's all Zoom.
Okay, cool.
So they don't even gotta like travel. You could just stand in front of your computer and just get this game. You can even get the recordings.
Hey, listen, this is what I want y'all to know. If he have a Zoom and he invite me, man, I'll be in the room with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He let me know the date. Y'all catch me and bro in the room together, man, because I
yeah,
need to get this game. You know what I'm saying? I need to get it. I never knew nothing about it, and I'm blown away from the interview, man. So make sure y'all follow him and stay in tune. So when we post a flyer and when we going live with the Zoom, man, be in the room.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I got it.